the theme of the conference is about putting technology, global technology, at the heart of Experian. I thought I'd just start by talking a little bit about the last year in global technology and all of you guys who have helped to support global technology. We laid out a strategy some time ago, just talking about what we were going to do and how we were going to operate. And to my mind, I think we've made huge, huge progress. I just thought I'd call out some of those items. We've implemented a really, really focused people strategy and embraced the heart of Experian. In fact, I think the people in this room have led the way with a lot of the items in the heart of Experian. We said how many people have got a personal development plan, and 85% of the people put their hand in there. And like 18 months ago, we'd have seen a much, much smaller number. So well done to all of the managers and all of the leaders who have been driving that activity. Really, really important. And these are just a few examples, and I could go on and on. But I think just before we start talking about the future and how we are going to connect, protect, and create, it's just worth reflecting on the great progress that everybody in this room has helped global tech to achieve. I think about it in the following way to bring it to life, about a hyper-connected Experian. And if one were to imagine in this model, a sales rep makes a client call, and her mobile device records the critical information from the conversation with the client and stores this on Salesforce.com that we're about to implement across the enterprise for Experian, and that's on the cloud, so we're not managing that infrastructure. But this information is shared with the sales teams in real time, but it's also, and more critically, shared with the product management and product development teams. It's actually the reality of the hyper-connected enterprise and the huge opportunities that we all have in front of us, and I think are really exciting as a result of that.
I want to talk specifically about your agenda, the technology piece, because, as you'll see on my slide, and I'll talk about in much greater detail in a moment, you are a point of competitive differentiation for us. There is no other competitor in our space that owns and operates its own technology, that has chosen to make technology the heart and soul of the way we innovate this business. And so all of you are a vital link, a connection point into how we affect clients and consumers every single day in this business. And then we'll talk about the heart of Experian. And I have to start there even before we move to the slides and say thank you. Experian is by its nature a very competitive group of people. We have 17,000 people around the world. You see activity moving in one part of the globe, what you see immediately is a reaction in the other part of the globe. The more we elevate the success stories of what you've done in GTS, the more people chime in from various regions, various offices, various functional groups. And as soon as I send something out to the ambassador list and to Don and others that say, take a look at what John Finch and the group at GTS are doing at Heart of Experian, I'll get 6 emails in from other parts of the world saying, oh, we're doing it too.
Let's introduce you to the GTS Viper Pit. Welcome to the Viper Pit, and let the presentations begin. You have 5 minutes. Make it good.
And that over half of this malware exists for the sole purpose of trying to steal identity information and commit fraud. The Secret Service reported. What was that? There absolutely will be, but I need to set it up, sir. It's our machine, but does it really protect our life, our identity?
What's in it for Experian?
Money.
And?
I think that's the point in the end.
Hope is not a strategy, so we're going to need some.
I'm trying to understand whether you're pitching a new idea or something that's already there.
What I'm doing... Don't often have time to do this too. So...
Well, that's a minute gone.
That's correct. Okay, so utilising the...
So that brief summary there was sort of like what you've just said for the last 3?
I have 5 minutes to fill, Lawrence. What do you expect? Right, so...
That I'm also aware of Oxum's razors that sometimes the most obvious solutions are ignored, especially when you get a lot of people together in a room. And so...
I think you've just been insulted.
Etc.
Aren't there tools that do that already?
Yeah, but we need to get them. We haven't got them. We need we need to take those and
So you
use them.
said develop. Do you mean buy or develop?
Well, I think they would need to be developed in conjunction with some partners. There's tools out there, but we need to get them to do what we want to do. So if I explain what our proposition is, then you can see how it fits.
It sounds like magic.
Oh, it will be.
Leaving aside the fact that if you've got a cell phone and no electricity, how do you charge it? Move. You're happy. We don't. Yeah. It's
You go to the rules, or what is this?
Very nice.
I know there's no rule against it. Okay. All right.
The one they can really sink their teeth into will be the winner. So now the award is not going to be, the winner is not going to be announced tonight. That'll be announced tomorrow. Mr. Finch will announce that tomorrow. However, let me tell you why. So as we have the events go on through the rest of the evening, they love to be bribed.
A quick case study on Microsoft. There are many people in this room and many more in GTS who are familiar with the work we're trying to do with Microsoft with their discounted Xbox game console. But let me just give you a little insight into how important and how critical you have been, GTS has been, in this sale.
One of Experience core strengths is their service reliability and resilience, and their understanding of what it means to us if we did have a service incident.
From a GTS perspective, GTS is absolutely contributing to the success that the organization is having today, and we measure sort of tactically 4 areas: financials, client, people, and risk. In all 4 areas, the metrics that we track, how we measure performance, it's improving. We're creating operating leverage from a financial perspective. Our NPS scores are improving across the board. You saw some of that in North America. The same will be true in the UK, and I'll show you that in a moment. From a people perspective, the last survey we did, the improvement was 10 points, which is a huge statistical move. In fact, it was the greatest improvement across the entire company. So the investments we're making from a people perspective are paying off.
Please tell me what there's to complain about.